What actually makes someone special? Is it being prettier than everyone else in the room? Is it being bigger, faster, stronger than the average person? Or is it being famous, having an entire crowd of people know your name the second you walk in? Mob Psycho 100 is an anime about a boy who possesses the kind of godlike power that most of us spend our entire lives daydreaming about. Yet instead of using it to become the center of the universe, his entire journey revolves around a deeply human desire. The desire to just be an ordinary, unremarkable kid. If you look at Mob on paper, he's the ultimate special kid. Mob possesses abilities like telekinesis, psychic energy barriers, flight, spiritual awareness, exorcism, and astral projection, and much more.
Can you feel it? Rage burning in me.
In any other story, this would make him the hero. It would be his defining, his celebrated trait. But Mob's powers don't buy him happiness. In fact, they do the exact opposite. In everyday life, he's fumbling, failing in class activities, having no confidence in talking to a crowd, watching his crush Tsubome from far away with no idea what to say. Having telekinesis doesn't help him read the room, it doesn't help him pass his math test, and it certainly doesn't help him figure out how to talk to girls. To Mob, his powers aren't a gift. They're a barrier. They separate him from the normal human experiences he actually craves. We often think that being special will solve all of our problems. We think that if we just get that promotion, hit that follower count, or uncover some hidden talent, the world will finally embrace us. But Mob realizes early on that his psychic powers don't make him a better person. Because Mob wants to change the things that actually matter, like his physical health and his social anxiety, he refuses to use his powers to take shortcuts. He joins the body improvement club, he runs, he sweats, and he faints in the dirt. And this is where the show delivers its hardest and most brilliant lesson. The universe does not care how special you are. When you first realize that the universe doesn't revolve around you, it could feel like a failure. But for Mob, it's a relief. If the world doesn't bend to your powers, then you don't have to carry the weight of being its savior. You are free to just fail, try again, and exist. But suppressing your own nature is exhausting. Mob tries so hard to keep his head down and be a nobody that he bottles up all of his emotions. His anger, his sadness, his fear. He locks it all away so he doesn't take up too much space or hurt anyone. This brings us to the visual gimmick that defines the show. The explosion meter. In standard shonen anime, a power-up meter represents strength, like chakra or power levels, such and such. But in Mob Psycho, the counter represents something else entirely. Emotional suppression. Every time Mob is humiliated, scared, or heartbroken, the number climbs higher. People around him think he's calm or stoic, but we literally see that he's just running out of room inside. When the meter finally hits 100, it's not a cool shonen power-up, it's more of like a breaking point. Well, I mean, it is a cool power-up that we do see in like action scenes and such in Mob Psycho, but like those moments where it hits 100%, whether it's 100% sadness, 100% rage, 100% rejection, they aren't, triumphs, they're meltdowns. All the feelings he's been swallowing come out all at once. And then there's his unknown percentage. If 100% Mob is losing control of the emotions he admits he has, then his unknown form is everything he refuses to admit. His deepest rage, desire, and ego and trauma. It's an entire entity taking over entirely. It's Mob stripped of his restraints, his morals, and his sense of self. He literally doesn't know what he did in that state. Well, I mean, he does, but he can't really do anything about it. Massive spoilers, but that's why the final season is so important. Mob is forced to face that unknown part of himself. The show is saying that you can't just cut off your bad feelings and pretend they don't exist. Mob's journey isn't about learning how to never explode. It's about learning how to live with every part of himself. The reason why Shigeo is called Mob, because in storytelling terms, a mob is just a faceless crowd of extras. Well, he doesn't reject the label, he accepts it, because he doesn't see himself as above anyone. He never looks down on them either. Mob doesn't win by overpowering people, he wins by actually hearing them out. In any fight or any encounter, he always listens to a person first before using his psychic abilities. He treats everyone like evil spirits, other psychics, and rivals and such as equals. Because he knows he's flawed and struggling and recognizes the same feelings in himself, he never uses his power on ordinary people, only if he has to or things get serious or if it's job related.
Stop this already!
If you want me to stop, make me stop! Come on! What's wrong? You've gotta start fighting back! Stop stalling and face me! I'm popular and the main character of my story! This entire world and everything in it revolves around me!
By choosing to be ordinary, Mob gains something stronger than his powers, the ability to connect with people on the ground level. In a world that constantly screams at us to be extraordinary, Mob quietly chooses to be ordinary. He chooses to walk instead of float. He chooses to lift weights instead of using telekinesis. He chooses to value his completely mundane, boring, everyday life over the temptation of being a god. You do not have to be the main character of the universe to be worthy of love. You don't have to be special. There is a profound, beautiful freedom in being a nobody, and once you accept that, you can finally just start living. Maybe you look at Mob and see a reflection of yourself. Maybe you're also neurodivergent, constantly exhausted from trying to mask your emotions, struggling to read the room, or feeling like your own internal explosion meter is ticking closer to 100% every single day. Or maybe you are actually the very top of something. But Mob's journey is a reminder of a beautiful, liberating truth. At the end of the day, you just have to do you. The world is going to keep spinning anyway. The universe doesn't pause for your greatest achievements, and it doesn't stop for your most embarrassing mistakes. It carries on entirely, indifferent to whether you are a god or a background character, and you don't have to change who you are just to justify taking up space. There's a profound healing power in being a nobody because once you realize the world doesn't revolve around you, you are finally free just to live.